Please welcome Brian.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm Brian Dorsey, and I work during the day doing database stuff, and I want to change the world. And I want all of you to change the world. So I'm going to first talk about my little problem, and then how that applies to what you guys are doing. So I'm talking too fast. The problem is we're not talking to each other. And so this is a graph of books that people bought on Amazon.com, 2004 presidential elections, top 100 political books. We're not talking to each other. We're not thinking the same things. We're not doing anything. So we've got all these cool social networks. They're really amazing. They connect us with other people who think like we do, or other people we already know. And those things are extremely valuable. But I think that maybe talking to people we don't already agree with would be a good thing too. So, so let's start small. Really quite small. I think that's really the core of getting to making big changes. So I'm going to start with lunch. And we're all going to have lunch together. So my idea was that I wanted to have lunch with an interesting person every single day of the week who I didn't know. How do you do that? I don't know. But I love lunch. And I love it a lot. So I work in the International District. The food's fabulous. You talk to interesting people all the time. The conversations are great. And if it's not so great, lunch has a fixed ending. So you can just leave. Oops, sorry. Gotta go. So we all have lunch together. So here's my first attempt at approaching this problem or the solution. So there's a website. When you want to have lunch, you go to noonhat.com. And you move the Google map around, and you say, this is the part of town I want to have lunch in. This is the day I want to have lunch. Here's my email address. Go. Everyone should do it. And so then what happens is on the day you pick, you'll get an email either saying, hey, here's 2 or 3 people to have lunch with. Organize your lunch. Go out and have a good conversation. Or you'll get a note that says, sorry, I'll let you know later when somebody else signs up to the site. So what it's not is it's not a dating site. Because you don't know who you're going to end up with, and that's the beauty of it. So how does this apply to first this. So this is a pretty small idea, right? It's like a couple web pages, like a tiny little database, and hopefully at least 3 users. So start small. So we're in this pretty amazing place right now where incredible resources are available to us. Oh, and hey, the present. So Noonhat's doing okay, but please try it so it does really, really well. And yeah, I kind of have a big mouth. So here's where I think that things are amazing right now. We've got this, that says embarrassment of riches. And it's really true, both from a technical and a social standpoint. We're at a place that was just not even possible even a few years ago. It's just amazing. So on the tech side, like I've spent nothing basically, but a whole bunch of time. Like this T-shirt is more money than I've spent on the site. But it's cool because it's Cafe Press and it has my logo on it that I made. So I spent about 50 hours implementing the first version of the site. I've spent more time since then. But to give you an idea of taking an idea from I just want this thing to reality, it can be done pretty quick. So I'm a developer, so that helps, but if you're not, like 50 hours of work of somebody's time, give up the iPhone, maybe you can afford it. So these maps are just amazing. Think about 5 years ago if you tried to get somebody to go to a website and put in a latitude, a longitude, a radius in kilometers, and their email address. Not gonna happen. But it did. And so I love Python, I love Django, this kind of says it all. I didn't really know what I was doing, and it worked out really, really well, and it works for you no matter what language you know or what language your friends know, and so that's great. So here's where the important thing is. I know some people, there's some people I know, Saturday House plug, and you guys all know some people too, and these people are the key to all of our success. Everybody you know, the relationships we have with each other, the ideas we bounce back and forth. I said 50 hours, but that was just implementation. There was easily 50 to 100 hours of conversations back and forth, and there's been way more than that since then. And so keep these relationships, make them real, not just businessy relationships. Make even all of your relationships real. And the next slide will be about the crazy small kid. So make your crazy ideas. Just like make broken stuff that's just weird and wacky and that you really, really just want to exist for no other reason. And just try stuff, because I think we can all change the world. So this is, oh, hey, yay. So this is where I end. And so the real question is, so yeah, I'll end there. Please vote for me. Thank you very much.